Hi, my name is Wade Stewart, and I'm the author of The Personal Retreat, and I want to share a little bit about meditation with you today. The type of meditation I do is called mindfulness meditation, and it's really just living in the moment right now as completely as that I can. This would involve just observing sounds, feelings or thoughts that would pop up into my head. If I'm doing an eyes open meditation, I might just uh, acknowledge the colors or the shadows or whatever appears in front of me in kind of a wide view, taking a wide view perspective of vision and taking in the smells. If the window's open and you get some smells from the flowers outside, that's very pleasant, and just kind of existing through that. Um, Although, if you smell smoke, you probably should stop meditating and address that. Um, uh, talking to people about meditation. I get a lot of feedback from folks that are doing it. They do mindfulness meditation, or they do some other form of meditation that they find is really great for them. I do find that there's a couple different types of people that don't do meditation. One of them is the folks that think it's really all spirituality or religious based, and at least in the type of mindfulness meditation that I do is not that. It's just simply existing in the moment as best as you can. But the other type of folks that are having that have a negative view of it are folks that struggle with meditation. They sit down and they try to meditate, and they just can't do it. There's feedback that their thoughts are intrusive and distracting from the meditation, or they get frequently interrupted if they're trying to do it in at home or doing it in a busy environment, or they just simply don't have time to meditate. And these are all difficult challenges to be sure, but I think they can be worked around. Let me tell you about the benefits though, and I can tell you that the effort to really get good or decent at meditation practice, because that's what it is a practice. The practice of not immediately reacting can save you a lot of trouble. If you can just take that extra moment of not being reactive and be mindful of how you feel and what's happening in that moment, it gives you so much a much better ability to react in a way that's appropriate to a situation. One of the things I really enjoy is that I have a greater awareness of the world around me. I've noticed things that I haven't noticed before, walking through a garden or flowers or walking down the street, as I do every single day when I go on a walk. Being a little bit more mindful and getting out of my head and just being present in the moment, I've noticed things that I never noticed before, like a store maybe, or something as simple as just a very pretty flower that's sitting next to the sidewalk. It's just really amazing. And I can also tell you that after you get some practice, if you can just take a 1 minute of meditation before doing something that you need to concentrate on, can be a huge benefit, because you can just have that transition between what you were doing and what you're doing now, and just this moment where you're present is such a great thing. So let me tell you about one of the simplest forms of meditation that I do very frequently. It's very easy. You can do it practically anywhere, but I would recommend doing it somewhere quiet, in a room that there's nobody in, separate. If they're with windows open, there's nothing wrong with having the window open. There's no problem with the things that you could hear or be involved with. All we're looking for is just not have somebody pop up in a 10-minute span of time. Sometimes you could just even talk to the folks that are with you and say, I just need 10 minutes and I'll be right back. And then we can continue doing whatever we're doing, but I'll be right back. And then you can go and do this. So the easiest way to do this, and this is base level, is just close your eyes and count the when you inhale, count one. When you exhale, count two. So, one, two. That's it. That's all you need to do. Do that 10 times and then repeat. So maybe you do one, two, one, one, two, two. And that's all I'm counting, that's all I'm thinking about is those breaths. If something distracts you, like a thought, a sound, or a voice of somebody, if you notice it, just acknowledge it and let it fade away. You don't have to think about it. Like, oh, that happened. Yep, I heard that sound. I heard that, and now it's gone. It it's appeared and it just as quickly disappeared. Now I can go back to my count. If you lose count, that's perfectly fine. Just start over. It's not like we're trying to achieve a certain number of counts before we realize that we're successful. You're just waiting for that little timer on your phone or whatever you've set up for yourself to let you know when 10 minutes is up, and that's all you need to do. So something will distract you, and I will tell you that every single day when I'm meditating, my imagination will interrupt me. I'm going to hear something, I'm going to see something that's going to bring a thought to mind, whether I need it or not. It will happen, and I just acknowledge it and then move on. I think of the thought itself, just the thought itself, and then it just goes away. So it used to be nearly constant when I first started meditating. Those thoughts would just come up rapid fire, and it was like as fast as one come up, I had to put it down again. And it was challenging, and I'll tell you, it was frustrating at first because I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere, but I was. The process, just simply doing that, was what I needed to do, and that's unfortunately what I didn't understand early on. And now that I do, it is a practice. This is what it's all about. So in my book, The Personal Retreat, I do teach some meditation. So there's a little snippet in there, which is pretty much exactly what I just gave you. And but it enables you to better handle being distracted. It's going to help you return the focus of what you're working on back to back to the retreat and the tasks at hand before you. And one of the most important parts is your time is valuable, and I recognize that during the retreat. And so this meditation practice is a way to help you focus so you don't spend too much time spinning your wheels during your retreat. So I hope you got some benefit out of this. If there's something about meditation I didn't cover or you have a question about, please do ask. I've been doing it for a lot of years. I don't consider myself an expert, but hey, we're all practicing, right? And I thank you for watching.